gorgeous. Hi, Aaron Jones. Hi, Aaron Jones. Hi, Aaron Jones. Like a good butt scratch, right? We like a good butt scratch. Hold on. Back up, Albie. Sit. Good boy. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It is a very wet, rainy, nasty, gloomy Friday here in South Florida. So there's been a lot of snuggling and playing. Sorry guys, hold on. Albie. Goodness gracious. So sorry, I figured I would jump on and kind of take you guys from room to room here at Rescue House 1 while I'm spending time with the dogs, just to remind all of you that all of the babies here in this house are still searching for their forever loving homes, including this absolutely studly gorgeous boy, Albert. Albie, can I see your face, please? Sit. Albie, sit. Good boy. Albert is our longest resident here with 100 plus. We rescued Albert just over 5 years ago on the brink of death. And he has been searching for his angel ever since. He has had a very, very tough road to get to where he is today. But as you can see, he is doing fantastic. He is a beast. For any of you longtime followers, you know Albert, and you know he never ever looked like this. So he is doing absolutely amazing now. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. I know. You just want to be close. I just want to be close, and I want to give kisses, and I want to be pet, and I want to be scratched, and I want to go for car rides, and I want to sleep in bed under the covers with my head on a pillow. Yes, I do. Such an amazing boy with such a beautiful soul. Just desperately wants his person. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous. He's so handsome. Yes, you are. I know, it's raining. He keeps sticking his head out the door, his little doggy door there, and realizes that it's still raining, and he's like, nope, not gonna do it. Not going out there. So this is Albert, us resident, just over 5 years, still waiting for his forever loving home. And I am going to kind of go room by room. Albert's about 6 years old. 6.5, something like that. He was about a year and a half old when we saved him, we believe. Of course, it's an estimate. All right, Albert. He's a fantastic dog. Yeah, I guess I should give you the rundown for any of you that are new that don't know Albert. I keep forgetting he's been with us so long, and we have new supporters that might not know his story. Albert needs to be the only pet in the home. No other cat, no other dogs, no cats, no birds, nothing. He needs to be the only pet in the home. He needs a home with a secured, fenced-in yard so that you can have a doggy door so that Albert can go out to go potty whenever he needs to. Due to everything that Albert's been through, he has no small intestines. So when Albert has to go to the bathroom, he has to go. He's not a dog that can hold it for hours and hours and hours. He has to be able to have access to go outside to go to the bathroom. He is much better now than he was years ago when we were still trying to get him on the other side of the mountain. He used to go to the bathroom a lot more frequently than he does now. He is able to hold it for hours, a few hours at a time. He doesn't go nearly as much as he used to, but when he does have to go, he has to have access to be able to go out and go to the bathroom. So you need a secured, very secured, fenced-in yard so that he could have a doggy door to be able to let himself out whenever he needs to, in the middle of the night or during the day if you're at work. Again, he cannot have any other pets in the home. He is an only animal, but trust me when I tell you, he is enough. This dog has the soul like no others. All he wants is a human. He wants his person. He loves with his whole being, and that's the only thing that makes him happy, is being with you. He loves to go for car rides. He's fantastic in the car. He loves to sleep in bed. He likes to be under the covers. He likes to put his head on the pillow. He likes to chill on the couch, watch movies. He loves going for his walks. He's an all-around great, great dog. He just needs to be the only pet in the home, and he needs to have a secured yard so that he can have access to go outside and relieve himself when he needs to. Right, gorgeous? He's absolutely stunning. And yes, he did gain his weight. He looks like a normal dog now. If I had to guess, he's probably pushing 70 pounds now, which any of you that know Albert from the beginning, we never, ever, ever in a million years thought we would see him look like this. So he's truly a walking miracle. Now, we've had him too long, and it's time for him to find his forever home. Right? He's such a beautiful, special, special boy. So much love to give. Such a human-like personality. He has feelings and emotions like a person does. He truly, truly does. Hi, gorgeous. I just can't take the camera off of you. You're just so handsome. You're just so handsome. Yes, you are. Sit. Good boy. Paw. Other one. Give me the other one. Sit. Good boy. Give me that paw. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. So this is Albert. If you are interested, you can send us an email, 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com, if you think that you fit the criteria for our gorgeous Albert. He does still go to Robin every night, and he stays with her on the weekends. It's Friday, so she will be picking him up after work, and he will spend the weekend with her. This is the reason he looks as good as he does now, because, like I said, he's a super emotional dog, and he was not happy being stuck in boarding. Even though it's a house here and we try to make him as comfortable as possible, he was not happy, and he was losing weight and he was deteriorating. And the fact that his foster, that he at least gets to go home at night, is the reason he looks as good as he does, because he truly, truly just needs a person. And now he needs one forever and ever and ever, full time, around the clock. So he doesn't have to come here during the day, right? Say, I would rather be in a home sitting on a couch watching TV, or sleeping in the morning. We like to sleep in the morning. and sleeping in bed than have to come here and sit in this room all by myself. So this is Albie. All right, buddy, I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. And I guess I'll start over here. Hi, Dot Dot. Hi, Dalton. Hi, buddy. Here is our handsome Dalton, who has graduated from the bathroom to Gage and Godiva's old room. As you can see, we spoil him just. Our boy loves his beds. He loves his blankets. He loves being buried under his blanket. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Sometimes we come in here and we look around and we call his name and we don't know where he is. Sometimes he won't even move. And he's got himself buried under some sort of blanket. You gonna come over here and say hi to me? Come here. There he is. There's my handsome boy. There's my Dot. So Dalton, for those of you who might not remember, was the victim of a hit and run. He was hit by a car in front of a fire station. Where Scotty, who is a previous adopter of ours, twice over, was actually on shift and working. So a couple of the guys from the fire station were able to find Dalton after he was hit, pick him up, and bring him to safety. Hey, where you going? Come here. He had to endure surgery for a broken hip. He also had a broken pelvis, which had to heal on his own. But because of the injury, he ended up having a torn urethra as well, which took even more time to heal. He went through rehab and physical therapy, and he is all healed up now and in search of his forever home. Dalton is kind of a special case where, of course, we don't usually know what happened with most of the dogs that we rescue prior to us getting them, but we think Dalton may have been abused prior to him being hit by that car, because Dalton takes a little while to warm. He's got some fear issues of new people. So although he is cute, we've had a lot of people inquire about him, and we've got to be truthful. Dalton can be a little nippy. He can bite. If you go in too quickly, which of course he's cute, you want to touch him, you want to pet him, you want to pick him up, you want to snuggle him. And unfortunately, Dalton is not that type of dog. He's the type of dog that is going to take somebody very patient, very compassionate, very understanding to know that it's going to take some time for Dalton to trust you. It's going to take some time for him to warm up to you. It's going to take some time for you to be able to pet him and scratch his belly and all of those things. But you will get there eventually. It's just going to take time. He is completely fine with me. I can do anything to him or with him. I can pick him up. I can do whatever I need to do. I can pet him. He's never bit me, not once. Our volunteer Pam, he loves Pam. Same with her. Can do anything with him. No issues. Another volunteer, Kathy now. He loves Kathy because she put in the time with him, and he is completely fine with her. Darla, he's pretty good with now. He has never bit Darla. He's still a little standoffish with her, but he's getting better with her. So really, he just needs somebody that's willing to put in the time and the effort to gain his trust And then he would make the most fun, perfect little companion for you. He loves to play, he's goofy, he's funny, he loves going for walks, he loves going in the car. He loves his beds and his blankets and loves to bury himself underneath. He's a great little boy. He just needs the right home, and he needs the right person. He would not do well in a home with children at all. He would not do well in a home where you have a lot of company, parties, things like that. He's kind of like a one-person dog. And he's been waiting a long time now for that special person to come along for him. He's okay with other dogs. As in, he can be around other dogs. He can be walked with other dogs. He is not aggressive. He just does not like other dogs in his face. So a dog that's like very in your face isn't good for him. We don't know how he would do in a home with other dogs, only because Dalton loves his toys. I mean, loves his toys. So if another dog potentially tried to grab one of his toys, we don't know how he would react. So I'm not sure how he would do in a home with another dog, just for that specific reason. But if you are interested in meeting Dalton or getting to know more about Dalton, you can send us an email, 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com, with all of your information. As I said, it's going to take a very passionate, kind, compassionate person who understands that it's not going to be an overnight thing for Dalton. But the reward of winning over a dog like this that has that fear is just so tremendous. He's bored with me. So this is Dalton. And make my way in here to our beautiful bonded brother and sister, Sam and Susie. Hi, guys. Hi, sweetheart. Lazy day, huh? Hi, Sam. Hi, my Sam. Hey, gorgeous. Oops. Little shadow on there. So as you can see, Sam and Susie are couch potatoes. They're both curled up on the couch in here. We've got the TV on so that there is always constant sound in here. Sam and Susie have been with us over a year now. And if you don't know their story, it's a pretty tragic one. They were adopted together by their daddy. They are brother and sister when they were about 12 weeks of age. And they lived with him. They loved him. They were happy. They were loved by him for years, until one fateful day, their dad went to an ATM in Miami, and for no reason whatsoever, he was shot and killed with $40 in his pocket that he got out of the ATM machine. Absolutely horrific and tragic. We happened to see the story on the news about their dad's passing. And then there was a follow-up story on the news about Sam and Susie, and that they were brought to Miami-Dade Animal Services following his death because nobody in the family would step up for them. He lived with his mother. He actually was her caregiver. I believe she was in her 90s. So obviously she could not care for the two of them, which was very sad. But nobody else in the family could either, apparently. So they contacted Miami-Dade Animal Services, and the animal control officer had to go to the house and remove Sam and Susie from the only home they had ever known after their dad left one day and never came back. And we actually got a call from the animal control officer after we saved them. And he was so happy that we saved them from the shelter, because he said it was one of the hardest things that he ever had to do, to go in that house and remove the two of them and bring them to the shelter. He said it was so heartbreaking. And of course, we saw the post, we saw the news story, and we knew what their fate would be if they were left in that shelter. First of all, the chances of them staying together is slim to none. The chances of them being adopted together is slim to none. And because they are large breed dogs, and it is Miami, there would have been a very good chance that especially Sam here could have been adopted out to somebody who just wanted to put a chain around his neck and stick him as a guard dog outside a business or home with no love, no affection, in the elements. Or they might not have made it out of there alive at all. So we knew we had to do something, and we ran to Miami-Dade, and we got them and pulled them to safety. And Sam actually was labeled aggressive, which is laughable because he is the biggest mushball. I know, buddy. Hi, buddy. But he was so terrified because he lost his dad, and he lost the only home he knew, and he was dragged to a scary, loud shelter with the smell of death, separated from his sister. You're going to fall right off the couch, buddy. And if they show one tinge of fear, they're immediately labeled aggressive. So luckily, we saved them in the nick of time together, got them out of that shelter. They were in the back seat of my car. Amy was in the passenger seat. I will never forget the day. They were a little bit bigger than we thought. I wasn't sure they were actually going to fit in my back seat, but they did. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. And we have now had them for over a year, waiting for their chance at a forever home. Sam and Susie, they require a specific home. We do not believe they would be good in a home with other dogs. It's not 100%, but we know Sam is dog friendly. If you guys have seen us walk Sam with Red, Sam is dog friendly. Sam and has done well. It is his sister Susie who is very dominant. She has a very, very dominant personality, and she also believes she has to protect her brother. So that's why we say we don't know how they would do in a home with another dog. We're not ruling it out. We just don't know how well it would go. They also need to be in a home, again, kind of like Dalton, that is not have a lot of commotion, not a lot of in and out, not a lot of company, because they love their people and they love their home and they can become protective. I know, Sam. What? It's a nasty rainy day, right? It's a nasty rainy day. Do you have something to say? What? What is it? What is it, Sam? Tell me. Tell me, Sam. What is it? What is it, baby boy? Sam likes to talk sometimes. It's adorable. But yes, they would do best in a house with just one person or a couple, no kids, no company. You know, they'd make somebody a great companions. As you can see, they're loving, they're affectionate, they're easy, they're non-destructive completely, they're totally potty trained, they're great in the car, they love their walks. Hi, gorgeous. You're so handsome. So handsome you are. What? What is it, buddy? What is it? Susie. Sleepy Susie. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart. They are about approximately 6 years of age. Sam here, I think the last time he was weighed was 92 pounds. Susie is smaller than her brother Sam, probably by 10 pounds. Hi. Hey, you. Susie's sleeping. As I said, it's a very lazy day here at Rescue House 1. The sky is black outside. It's been raining all night and all morning, which we're just getting out in the breaks of the raindrops. So they're gonna just nap on the couch. As you can see, our little couch potato bonded pair, Sam and Susie. If you're interested in them, you can send us an email, 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com. Right, Sam? Gorgeous boys and girls. All right. And now we will make our way . Hi, sweetheart. Somebody's been playing. Somebody's been playing in here. Somebody's been playing in here because I had all the babies put away. Yes, I did. They were all in their spot. What happened? What happened? All the babies were in the right spot, and now they're on the floor. Were you playing? Were you playing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Mommy? What are you doing? What? What are you doing? What is it? What is it? What is it, Senna? Tell me. Tell me. What are you doing? Yes, what, Mommy? What is it? Look at all the stuffies all over the floor. Look at all the babies everywhere. You got babies everywhere. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mama? What are you doing? Hi. I know. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Come here. Can you get the baby? Get the babies. Where's the babies? Hi, honey. I know. Kissy, kissy, kissy. Kissy, kissy, kissy all the time. And this is our beautiful girl, Senna. Senna, Senna, Senna. Senna, Senna, Senna. Senna, you might remember as being completely shut down and fearful when we rescued her. She actually was pulled from Miami-Dade Animal Services by another rescue. And while they were transporting her to their foster, she got loose and was on the run for a week. Terrified, injured. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Come over here. Where are you? We put out signs. Our volunteers went out day and night looking for her, put out signs for her, hired P.I. Jamie cats with her tracking dogs to try to find her. And luckily, we got a tip one day while we were out looking for another dog, and it was a gentleman who said there was an injured pit bull in his complex. It was 5 miles from where she had gotten lost. Hey! And Amy said, send me a picture. And lo and behold, it was Senna. So we ran to the area. We got the trap. We got chicken. It was pouring rain. And by a miracle, we were able to capture her, rush her to the vet, where she was running a high fever, she was emaciated, she was injured, and she was completely shut down and terrified. When we got her back here to the rescue house, she laid in that bed with her face pressed against the wall and did not move. She would not make eye contact. She would not lift her head. She would not get up. She would not eat. She was terrified of everyone and everything and completely shut down. Had to carry her in and out of this room, bring her outside, put her down on the ground for her to go to the bathroom, then have to pick her back up, bring her back in. It was a very long road to get her where she is today. What are you doing? What you smelling? What are you doing, Senna? Senna, 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 Senna. But she is a happy girl now. She gets very excited when she has company. She loves all her babies. She loves playing. She uses her paws now. She jumps up on you. She gives you kisses. She paws at you. She plays. What is it? What are you smelling? Is that the other doggies? Hi. Hey, yo. Hello, Mommy. What are you doing? What's that? Go get it. Get it, Mommy. Get it, get it, get it. She has been through so much, and she has overcome so much. She is just such a happy, sweet girl. She loves her people. Hey. Oh. What's that one's on your back? What are you doing? What are you doing, Senna? What are you doing? She loves her babies. We know that she likes smaller dogs. She loved Bravo, our sweet Bravo. She loved Otto. She met Laz, puppy Lazarus, when he was here, and she was afraid of him at first, but then she loved him and gave him kisses. So it tends to be the smaller dogs that she is good with and has no fear. The bigger the dog, the more fearful she is. What's that? What's that? Oh, I know, I have the camera on. She still is not a huge fan of the camera. She's not as bad as she used to be. But she's not fully Senna with the camera on. Senna, Senna. Senna, 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 Senna. Oh, you got a monkey on your back. You got a monkey on your back. You got a monkey on your back. She is just a beautiful soul. So sweet, so loving. She's the best. She truly is. She has met Dalton. She was afraid of Dalton. She just shook. And because Dalton's a little bit bigger than what she's used to. Oh, UPS guy. It's okay, he can drop the package. So Dalton's a little bit bigger than what she's used to, so she was afraid of him, but there was no problems. Dalton was a perfect gentleman. They, of course, were both on leash. Hey. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart. He's gone. He's gone. I promise, he's gone. She is getting better with noises. She has gotten quite used to our back neighbors. They play music loud here and there. They can be a little loud. And she's gotten used to that. It's the neighbors to the side of us that, for some reason or another, still, all these months and months later, she is terrified of that house. And any noise that comes from that house or that side. I don't know what it is, but she gets fixated on staring at it, and any sound that comes from that side, she immediately wants to go back inside where it's safe. But our backside neighbors with their music and stuff like that, she's become quite used to that and is okay with that. Of course, Rescue House 2 next door always has the dogs out there. Sometimes they're barking, or there's people over there talking, and she can hear that and she's fine. The wind still freaks her out. When the sails kind of pop up, if we've got like strong gusts of wind or anything like that, that still freaks her out. But she is doing much, much, much better than she was. Every day it seems like she's even a little bit better than the day before. She's definitely going to need a home with a secured, fenced-in yard. She is great inside the house, and she is good outside in our yard where she is comfortable, unless something spooks her. But as soon as we step foot outside our front door, she is just terrified. A few times that I've had to take her out of here to take her to the vet were challenging, because every sound out there freaks her out. So she would definitely do best in a home with a secured, fenced-in yard where she can be comfortable in your house and comfortable in her yard and not have to risk her getting away because she was spooked by something on a walk. Are you tired now? Are you tired? And of course, it's going to take somebody, again, I feel like I say this a lot with all of our dogs here at Rescue House One. They're amazing, amazing dogs, but they need a little bit more compassion than your typical highly adoptable, easy, super easy dog. Just because she does have, a little bit of a fear factor when she meets somebody brand new. It's going to take some time for her to warm up to you. So we want anybody that is interested in Senna to kind of understand that it might take some time to get her to where she is with us. But she'll get there because you can see how she is with us. But it might not be something that happens overnight or immediately when you come meet her. So to please have that, understanding that it may not happen that quick, but it will happen. And again, it will be so rewarding to see her open up to you. The first time you get that kiss, the first time she plays with a toy with you, the first time she jumps on you. It's just that much more rewarding when you get that from a dog like Senna. And it's so, so worth it. Special people for special dogs, yes, absolutely. And she is very special. Everybody here is completely enamored with her and in love with her. And rightfully so, because she is a very, very special dog. So if you think that you are that special person for our special Senna, you can email 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com. All right, honey, I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. She really does hate the camera still. She's gotten more used to it, but she still hates it. Senna and her babies. And last but definitely not least, hi, handsome. Hi, buddy. Hello, handsome. Come here. Come on, back up. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Hello, my handsome boy. Hello, my handsome boy. Whoops, careful. Careful. And here is our gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous boy, Red. Our big puppy. Hi. Say hi, Red. Say hi, Red. Hi, Red. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. So Red, you might remember, Red was a dog that was roaming the streets here in Fort Lauderdale, not far from the rescue house, actually. We got word of Red because Tammy, her office is in the area where he was roaming. So a bunch of her colleagues had seen him and said something to her. It took a while for her to see him for herself, but once she did, that was it. She knew that he needed to be saved and told Amy about him, and that's when we started the mission to bring Red into safety. Tammy took the trap and would set it out every single morning before she would go to work, and then take it in at night after her work day was over. And that went on, and we realized that wasn't going to work. So when we saw how bad his neck was, we knew we had to figure something else out. So we decided to start following him. And we would go on the weekends to the area where he would be seen and just start driving around. And there was like 4 of us, and we'd all be on the phone, and we'd be looking for him and be checking out this area and that area, and we'd spot him and be like, okay, he's over here. He's heading this way. It was like a whole covert operation to learn his routine and his routes and where he would go and where he would sleep and where he would go to get food. And after weeks of that, we also brought the trap with us. We actually visibly watched him walk over to the trap and not take the food that was outside of the trap. And it was really good food. It was Italian sandwich meat from a sandwich shop that had been feeding him for 6 months that we know of. And when he would not take that meat, we knew there was no way he was going in that trap, regardless of how hungry he was. So we had to come up with another plan. So then we started, because we knew his routine, we started with trying to drug him, to make him tired, to make him slow, to make him sleepy. That was quite a few failed attempts. Then we divulged a plan with nets and drugs. And luckily, it finally worked, and we were able to bring him into safety and see the full extent of how bad his injuries were. He had a puppy collar. Oh, hold on. I read. He had a puppy collar embedded in his neck that had cut through probably about a third of the way through his neck. It was infected. It smelt like death. His face was swollen, his head was swollen, his neck was swollen. He was completely emaciated. We were able to remove the collar when we got him to the emergency hospital, and by the grace of God, it did not sever anything vital, like any arteries or anything like that, which was amazing, amazing news. And then from that point, that began his journey of cleanings and debridings and flushings and bandage changes every single day before he was able to then have surgery to close up the wound. The wound was very, very large, and there was no way that it was going to heal on its own, even with as good of care as we were taking of his neck. So he had surgery with the amazing surgeon, Dr. Bavetsky, and she closed up his neck. And due to the size of the wound and how severe it was, after she closed up his neck, did what the body does, it sent a whole bunch of fluid to the area, and then he had to endure having a drain put in, which he had that for I think a week to 10 days to remove the excess fluid, because he had a lot of fluid and a lot of swelling in the area. So he had to endure that. Then we finally were able to get the drain out, and he had his staples taken out. And now, as you can see, his neck looks beautiful. He will always have the scar. He did not, luckily, it did not go all the way around, but he still has a scar from it being so tight around his neck there. And his neck looks so beautiful. There's still a little bumpity, but Dr. Bavetsky said as time goes on, it will smooth out and you will never even know what this boy had to endure. And the amazing thing is, even with everything that he has had to endure, this poor baby was probably dumped or abandoned when he was just a baby, just a puppy, because that was a puppy collar that was around his neck. And the woman that owns the restaurant said that she had been feeding him for at least 6 months, and he is under 2 years of age. He's just over a year old, according to the vet, which means from the time he was a baby, this poor boy lived on the street and had to learn to fend for himself, to find food, to stay safe, to find shelter. He was terrified of us. If he saw a person, he would run the other direction. So after all of that, and after all the surgery and the bandage changes and everything, when I tell you how sweet this baby is, he is just now getting to be the puppy that he did not get to be because he was trying to survive on the streets. So now, he truly is just a big, big puppy. He's discovering new things. He gets excited when he sees his people. He loves other dogs. You might have seen a couple of the videos of us walking him with Sam. He gets so excited every time he sees Sam. He loves Sam. So he loves other dogs. He loves his toys and his bones. He likes to run and do zoomies in the yard. He's fantastic in the car because he's been in the car so much since we rescued him. Right, buddy? You know I'm talking about you. He is nervous meeting new people, which is understandable with everything that he has been through. So we explain to people that are interested in him, again, it's going to take time to build the trust. He seems to be very nervous, we've noticed, with men. So we don't know what happened to him in his past, but he seems to be a lot more trusting and open to meeting new women as opposed to meeting men. We do believe that he should go to a home that has a dog, because not only is he super dog friendly and gets really, really excited when he sees another dog, but we think that would help him adjust to new people and a new home and home life, because he could take cues from the existing dog in the home and learn from the existing dog in the home. So we truly want Red to go to somebody who has another dog currently. You got your antler, Reds? But he is just such a sweet boy and such a total puppy. It's just amazing to see how he has come out of his shell with all of us and how he truly is learning how to be a puppy again, because he had to fight to survive on the streets when he was a baby. And now he doesn't have to search for food or search for shelter. So now he can just be a puppy, which is what he always deserved. He is very beautiful, with his beautiful red and white coat and his amber eyes. He is a stunningly gorgeous boy. And he is ready for his forever home. So if you think that you could be the right home for Red, you can email us at 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com. He is bigger than Senna. Not a lot bigger, but he is bigger than Senna. He's taller than Senna. I'm just going to scroll back and see if I missed any questions while I was talking. We are located in Oakland Park, Florida, which is a city inside of Fort Lauderdale. We do not ship or transport any of our dogs. We do thorough home checks and meet and greets for anybody interested. Yes, he does have gorgeous eyes. Yes, he does. So once again, guys, that was the tour of all the dogs currently here in Rescue House 1 that are still in search of their forever loving home. We love these babies to the moon and back, but we don't want to keep them forever. We want them to find their homes. So if any of the dogs on this video piqued your interest and you'd like to find out more about them, or you think that you would be a good fit for any of them, again, our email address is 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com, or you can call us at 877-506-8100. Hey, gorgeous. You're so gorgeous. Let me see. Look at that face. Look at that face. He's so handsome. And as you can see, I just took that right out of his mouth. He truly is just a sweet, sweet, sweet boy. So if anybody has any questions, you can ask now. Then you can go back to the beginning of the video and check out all the dogs here at House 1 that are available for adoption. And once again, if you are interested in any of them, you can email 100plusabandoneddogs@gmail.com or call us at 877-506-8100. This is Tiffany, Rescue House 1 on a rainy Friday. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and please share this post.